offense will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. So Clemson's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. The last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Georgia Tech's offense will take the field for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards, when you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game. A remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road, potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you start to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Judovsky. With the catch, it's Fowler. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And that's that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Tries to get it on the ground. Past the 45. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Oh, better look out. Gashes him in the middle. Touchdown, Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right up here.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you know, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. It'll be 3rd and long. The play action fake. Under fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Leaves it with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets it. One, but not much doing on that one.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
They'll go with a direct snap. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Judovsky. Snagged out of the air. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on 1st down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the 1st down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
When they try to go draw on that one, there was just nowhere for the back to go. Great job defensive.
Yeah, and great penetration. You want them to run upfield in the draw play. The defense doesn't bite, stuffs them off.
Pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Judovsky. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. Guys, we're not even through the 1st quarter yet.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
42, Spider.
Trying play action. Takes the easy one to the back. Quick step and go. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. The give out of the gun. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. This time he's got it. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Here's a heat. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, what a caught! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Wants to go up top. Touchdown! Georgia Tech! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Judovsky. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion, like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
They'll go back to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. North Texas looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Stealing a score on special teams. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kid who is so important to this team.
The hand to the running back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You've still got to deal, and you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
Power football with the run. Got enough for the first. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll give it to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great, but I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Brings it down on the right side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. On the run, it's Chubb. Plows through the defense. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Now the play fake. On the move and looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Judovsky. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gandy. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Really nice play there catching the pass. And I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout. Because of the success they've had recruiting and all the NFL talent they've had outside at the position, getting on the field and competing is no simple task. It's not easy to do, but this guy has everything you look for. He is built to succeed, not just at the college level. I think this guy's got an opportunity on Sundays, too.
He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Running behind that left side. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They've got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on 1st down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the hit on the quarterback is why that was incomplete, but that QB is lucky that was not picked off. That is the cardinal sin, throwing back across your body. This quarterback needs to be more careful moving forward.
Pressure coming. He's got him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it.
On the set.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, hitting them deep in their own territory. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Judovsky. Looking down the middle. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. Sends it back in motion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. And the ball's out there after it. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Fires to the tight end. On the move at the 30. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Give to the single back. Oh, he's got some space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. And the punishment has been extended. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into the... Going over the top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. To the air, it's Judovsky. He'll pull it down. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Jukes his way for more. There he goes. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. On the option. Quick toss. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Now he's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Judovsky. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs. They're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? looking to fire. Got his man on the right. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Flies it out of the air. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Yellow Jackets look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. Complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get it.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To the ground with the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And that's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
And this is the part of the game where you can really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Motion from the wide receiver. To the ground. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Dropping back, it's Judovsky. Dances away. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced a loss. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
He gets it inside the 25. They'll stop him at the 24. Not enough for the first down, and it's a fourth down decision time coming.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got fourth down.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Snap it to the back. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
The give to the tailback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Judovsky. A little release to the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you've set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to get into the marker. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Trying to barrel in. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
He's got an open man. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. The Yellow Jackets can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. The kick is on its way. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. Breaks into the open. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Really needed a play like that to get out of marking at the 29. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the pressure. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away.
Paging George P. Burdell. Paging George P. Burdell.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive from the 42. Quick pass on the fly motion. Powers through the defender. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their